following is a presentation of GRS TV.
We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shine. We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shine.
Williams Stadium in Garland. A very pleasant good evening, everybody, as we're set to bring you another Garland ISD football game here on GRS TV. Hi again, everybody. Scott Powell alongside Bobby George, and we're so glad you're with us tonight. I always want to call you Bobby Boyd.
Hey,
it's
man.
Just a mental block.
Hall of Famer.
That's right. You'd love to be called Bobby Boyd, wouldn't you? Anyway, good matchup tonight. Going into the first night of district play, we've got 3-0 North Garland, 2-1 Lakeview Centennial, and two strong playoff contenders going into the season.
Hey, it's a fun time when you're either one of these teams, North Garland and Lakeview. 3-0, number one in 10-6A, North Garland. 2-1 Lakeview. They're in third place. You know, they've had a tough schedule. Arlington Seguin, they won 21-32. Then they had an upset with North Mesquite, 14-33. Then Richardson Berkner, 0-7. But then North Garland, man, they've just swept it, and have they done it with great fashion. They've put up 42-7 against Frisco Liberty, 54-21 against Irving, and Naaman Smith Carrollton, 47-12, putting up a lot of numbers.
Well, North Garland is going to kick off to start tonight's game. They'll go right to left as you look on in their red tops, black pants, and black helmets. And Lakeview Centennial will be in all white tonight with blue and gold trim, gold helmets. And here's your kickoff. It stops just short of going out of bounds. It's got to be covered. So that's going to be terrible field position for Lakeview Centennial at their own 14 to start this one.
You can't write that one up any better. You just kick it up there. Looks like it's going to roll out of bounds, and, man, it just stops like a beautiful golf shot on the green. Pins them back inside the 20, right at the 15-yard marker.
Quarterback will be Jared Adams, who played the first two games last year, that got injured for the rest of the season. And his running back is one of the top in the district. Kamar Wheaton is back from injury the first couple of weeks. Handoff around left end. That's Garnett Burke on the inside reverse, and he is tripped up and knocked out of bounds after a gain of 3 at the 17. Again, Wheaton had a high ankle sprain. He missed games 2 and 3 after gaining 100 yards in week 1, and he's a highly recruited running back.
Yeah, and Dunstan behind him has been doing great. He's got 173 for the year, so he stepped right in and has played real well in his absence.
2nd and 7, Patriots going to hand it to Wheaton, has an opening and a block as he hits the far sideline. He's got a first down and a lot more out across the 30 to the 32. That's a gain of 15. What an opening over the left side of that line.
Yeah, it didn't look like he had too hard a time making a cut, so we'll just keep an eye on that for the rest of the night and see how he's able to play on that. But right here, he's able to take it right there. Of course, you got that big of an opening. You just go ahead and take it through there. He was able to make a good cut to the outside with that ankle.
It's a Lakeview offense that has struggled with Wheaton missing 2 weeks. They're only averaging 10 first downs and 220 yards of offense, including just 100 on the ground. Here's another big hole, same spot over left guard, and Wheaton spills out to the 37, another quick 5 yards. So the average per carry, pretty good for Lakeview in the early go.
You know, he's 6 foot, 200 pounds, and he's still a junior. So, I mean,
good quickness. He's got it all, I think, Bobby.
Big. Man, you get hit by that'll wear you down in the fourth quarter.
As they like to say, he's going to play on Saturdays and maybe even the entire weekend in the future.
Hopefully, that'd be really nice. Well, you know, we've got quite a few players in the NFL right now from the district.
Yes, we do. 2nd and 5, Lakeview Centennial. Handoff again to Wheaton. Now this time he is tripped up after just a 3-yard gain, and he's going to be a couple of yards short of the first down at the 40, a gain of 3.
North Garland's only allowing 240 yards a game on the ground, or in the air and on the ground total. So
and only 13 points a game.
Yeah, so they've actually been playing really good defensively. And but Lakeview has really started out really good. They started out in the 15 and short order, they're almost to midfield.
They're taking a lot of time here. The play clock is now under 10. Let's see if they'll get it off or whether Kendall Miller will take a timeout. They do have a two-back set, two receivers. They're going to hand it to Wheaton. He has, yes, the first down. He backs his way to the marker. It looked like they made hold him up, but he turned his body and just barely got it at the 42.5.
It looks like North Garland thought they had a turnover in there, but I believe the forward progress had stopped, whistle had blown, and it looks like now they're just going to mark a first down. Now, we haven't seen a pass yet.
No, and Lakeview does like to throw it. Jared Adams, though, is not a high percentage passer, just 44% on the year. You know, now they got Wheaton back, they're going to establish the run. You know it. Oh, a terrible snap. Adams going back for it. He does fall on it with 3 red shirts ready to pounce if he missed it. That's a pretty key recovery, even though it's a huge loss.
I mean, he maybe thought it was a fourth down and he was going for the punt. He was in punt formation, snapped the ball into.
You know, that's a pretty good point.
I mean, you know, it was third down and short. He does get the first, so he gets 1st and 10, and then all of a sudden the snap goes like it was in a punt.
Bobby, once a game you come up with a very intelligent comment. You got it out of the way in the first quarter tonight. That is a great point. It's almost like the center was expecting the guy to be 15 yards back in punt formation.
Thought he was going to back up and snap it to him.
Now it's all downhill from here, Bobby. Adams play action fake, going to fire a pass that's short and caught at the 31. So they get a little bit of that back, a gain of 8, but second and still very long.
I think that was Jalen Adams?
Yes.
Jalen Adams on the catch?
Jalen Davis, I believe it was. They have 2 Davises and 4 Joneses. 4 Joneses who play receiver, 2 Davises that play running back. If we can somehow keep those names straight, we'll be doing a great job tonight. Third down and about 20 needed. Adams lots of time, and he'll drop it off short. He couldn't find anybody open downfield, and as you saw, it was off the hands of Jonathan Dunn. And you know what? That deep snap just got him in all kinds of trouble, and they're probably happy to get rid of the football on a punt here.
Yeah, he actually sees Dunn coming across the field, and this is designed to be thrown to him. But it looks like Dunn saw the defender right there, Taylor, right in front of him, took his eyes off the ball just for a second. You see, after he even missed it, he kind of jumped forward to miss so he wouldn't get hit. I believe he got thinking maybe that's going to get hit pretty hard. It wasn't going to be long enough for a first down anyway. He gave that one away.
Left-footed punt here, and it's not a bad one, very returnable by Villarreal was the punter, and Duke Parker on the return evades one tackler. He's got the far sideline before he's run out of bounds. Nice play there by Parker. Great field position for North Garland at their own 45. Timothy Gauthier is their new quarterback. Bobby mentioned some of their numbers. They're averaging 409 yards a game of total offense, 236 through the on the ground, I should say. Gauthier has only missed on 9 passes. He's completed 76% of his passes for 699 yards, Bobby.
Yes, 36 of 47, I believe, is what they've got it on there. 699, 6 touchdowns. Of course, his favorite target is Duke Parker. He's caught 444 yards of that and 4 touchdowns. So be watching for Duke Parker out there, number 7.
And Sabron Woods is their top running back. Woods has 301 yards, 102 a ball game. So they've got lots of weapons. But on the first play, they lose big yardage all the way back to the 38-yard line as the back there.
Carrington Henson is coming in motion from right to left, and when he does that, you kind of draw this play up in practice. Think this is going to be our very first play against Lakeview Centennial. We've been watching Lakeview all week long. We know their weakness. This is going to be the play that gets them. You run it all in practice. It looks great. You run it out here on the first play of the game, and boom, you take a loss.
It's all downhill from here if that's your first play. Gauthier as Gauthier, I believe, but it is pronounced Gauthier. 2 receivers each way. Woods the lone back to his left. quick out pass caught by Parker, gets a block from the receiver, and he gets extra yardage up the sideline. So he got all that lost yardage plus 2 more on second down.
Boy, he ran like he's a 6 foot, 210-pound receiver. He's 5'9", 150, but watch him. He takes this run, and then instead of just stepping out of bounds, boom, he just takes it up and then stays in bounds, takes on the whole team.
Yeah, as we mentioned, he has put up good yardage this year. Duke has as the top receiver for North Garland. Gauthier, again, same set, same position on the field on the left hash. Now they'll send one of those receivers in motion who will stop in the backfield. Gauthier, the lefty, wants to throw. Gives up quickly on it, and he's going to be sacked for a loss all the way back inside the 40-yard line. And the play was made by Victor Smith, one of their top players.
I think that's his second tackle for a loss right there. He gets a sack here. But wow, just a great job. I mean, I don't think there was any receivers open, and you can see he steps up in the pocket. But then when there was nobody there, you either got to take off running, throw it away, or something.
They had him boxed in pretty well. Bobby had trouble getting outside and just went down pretty easily. Here's an end-over-end punt and a short one that heads directly toward the near sideline. And Lakeview Centennial is going to get pretty good field position out of this one. Alex Garcia was the punter, and it's a short one just to the 41 of Lakeview. That's an 18-yard punt. So they do not get the field flipped here.
Yeah, it looks like it just came off his foot a little funny. He had time to punt it, and it had distance. It just went out of bounds.
So Lakeview for the second time will go into this wind. The wind has really picked up, which makes me wonder if there's a shower in the area. It is blowing out of the southeast right now at a steady 20 to 25. It is warm, but it's cooled off. It's 83 degrees, but it's an 80% humidity. We do just have a 15% chance of showers, and hopefully they'll hold up. Wheaton carries on first down, and he is stacked up, tried to go around left end and just got a yard out of that.
Yeah, it was an interesting play. He takes the snap and then just kind of tosses it out to Wheaton. Not sure if that goes down as a pitch or a pass, and it looks like Wheaton's kind of hobbling on that ankle already.
Yeah, that high ankle sprain kept him out the last 2 weeks. Maybe last week was precautionary, to get him ready for district, but he is the key to this offense. They're going to run first, and they've run just about every play so far except for one pass. Play action pass. Adams steps around a defender and fires. Almost picked off. That was close to being a pick six.
Yeah, there's Duke Parker.
Direction.
I mean, you see him playing offense, big part of their offense, and now he's out there playing corner, and he's just reading, and all of a sudden you got to check down to throw it out there, and when you do, Parker was there to knock it out. He almost takes it pick six there.
Yeah, the intended receiver again was Jalen Davis, who already has a catch tonight. We had a penalty marker, by the way. If they decline this, it'd be 3rd and 9, but North Garland's going to take the penalty. It's a 5-yard walk-on. No, they're still walking it.
Must have been holding.
Yeah, that's a big one, or they wouldn't have taken a 5-yarder. So that's going to take it all the way back to the 25. That's a 15-yard walk-off, I think, so maybe it's something other than holding. But the bottom line is it's going to be second and very long, 2nd and 25 for Lakeview.
Yeah, I missed the call on that, but definitely that was 15 yards.
I don't think they ever gave us one, Bobby. 2 receivers right and 2 left, I should say. Wheaton's going to go in motion. It's an empty shotgun for Adams, who will turn and complete one to Wheaton, but he did not get a block, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 31 after a 6-yard gain. They were hoping for more on 2nd and 25.
They're just trying to pick up just a little bit of yards. Of course, they had 2 receivers out there blocking, and Wheaton just comes out of the backfield on that nice little swing pass, expecting him to get just a little bit more yards. But, man, you had some hustling guys in the red. You see him coming out there taking the outside, number 5. His goodness, and you'll see his name all day long because he was able to get to the outside and force him in.
Passing formation, empty gun. Adams will throw with time. Deep down the middle, caught. And this looks like it'll go for 6. Jalen Davis, 10-5. Touchdown, Lakeview.
Woo, you can't put that one in any better of a place. He lets that go while he's still in coverage.
70 yards.
It just opened up. When you throw it out there and let your receivers just go get it, boy, that was beautiful. You're not going to catch him. Davis is great stride right there.
They go 59 yards in 4 plays. That left-footed kicker is now going to try his hand at a PAT, Esteban Villarreal, and he's good on the PAT. Timeout on the field, 4:17 left in our opening quarter. We'll take our first break. Lakeview Centennial 7, North Garland nothing here on GRS TV. Scott Pell and Bobby George on opening night of district play. As you see some of the band members on hand tonight, we've got a pretty good Thursday night crowd. And when you look around here, Thursday nights we don't normally get huge crowds. But Williams here for the district opener. Boy, everybody's in it at the beginning of district. And Bobby, these are two of the better teams. This has the makings of a great football game tonight.
Heck yeah, especially you're 3-0. You're going to bring some fans. Everybody's excited.
Here's a kick that is fair caught by Duke Parker at the 26. Good directional kickoff over here by, actually that's a different kicker for Lakeview than what we've seen so far. That was Luis Rivera, and the directional kick forced the fair catch.
Of course, he had about 10 yards, 15 yards when he caught it if he would have just took off. But, you know, that's what they do. They want to kick it up high and not allow you to return anything. But sometimes, man, you just have some room to run. And if you break that one layer of defensive guys coming in there, man, you're gone.
Gauthier back out at quarterback, going right to left here in the first quarter, 4:17 left. North Garland trying to answer that touchdown by Lakeview Centennial, down 7-0. 4-man front and 3 linebackers, the set here as Gauthier and his teammates look to the sideline. 2 receivers each way. Woods the lone back. Pistol formation, Gauthier play action, throws, caught, and wide open for another touchdown, it looks like.
My goodness,
and that
Parker.
is Trey Taylor. No, that's Taylor with the touchdown.
Sure is, yes.
Wait, we've got a penalty marker all the way back at the line of scrimmage. Personal foul spearing. I take it against Lakeview Centennial. You know, the signals are not real clear so far tonight. The official tells us the penalty, but doesn't tell us who it's on. But here comes Joe Castillo. He is not happy. This could be against North Garland. Personal foul.
Chop block. Oh, no.
Oh, it's on the defense. Now he
touchdown.
So they'll assess it on the kickoff, I believe, is the decision.
I'm not sure. I think he pointed the wrong direction. I think he pointed towards North Garland.
That's 75 yards on the pass, so 2 long scoring passes, and North Garland's going to try and tie this up at 7-7. The fireworks have begun tonight here at Williams Stadium. The kicker is Van Chal. We got a replay coming for you after the extra point Shaw kick here.
It came so quickly. I mean, they set and then fired and boom, they're back, you know, it's all the way back to the other end.
Shaw's kick, not strong but accurate. Now let's see that replay, see if we can see what happened here.
Hey, that's how you respond right there.
Just a quick slant. Nobody covered him at all. Nobody's even in the picture, as you can see. Finally, number 50, Victor Smith, appears.
He's in the track meet right there.
Let's take a break. 4:08 first quarter. We're tied at 7 here on GRS TV. And we're back. You can see Trey Taylor walking around on the North Garland sideline after he just caught that 75-yard touchdown pass.
Boy, that's beautiful, wasn't it? That's a way to respond.
Yeah, that's a response. The very next play, right?
Yeah, you give one up that quick, and then all of a sudden you respond on the first play back.
Look, we got some Garland Owls in attendance here tonight on a Thursday night as the rest of the district is off on a Thursday. Kickoff will come from Cerrillo, Homer Cerrillo. Well, let's see if I got that number right. Look like Cerrillo. It's a short kick, covered, and a short return. But they're just lucky they pounced on it since it was such a short kick.
The ball was
on
on
the
fire.
return, Gavin Harris.
Yeah, Gavin Harris catches a good ball because that ball was kicked hard.
Yes.
A lot of times they'll hit the chest and bounce straight out. He was able to cover that. You know, a lot of times when they catch them clean like that, it's such a quick kick that they can really beat that first layer and they can take it to the house. It's really dangerous when the ball gets caught so cleanly.
Lakeview Centennial gets the play from the sideline. They'll go right to the line of scrimmage. Jared Adams back at quarterback. Going to go with a 4-receiver set. Kamar Wheaton in the pistol formation. Now they'll send Davis in motion. He'll slow down and play action fake. Adams wanted to throw. Now he's running for his life and just drops it off to get rid of it.
Not good.
He was outside of the pocket and got it beyond the line of scrimmage, but he came up limping a little bit, as you can see.
At first I thought he got hurt, and he's able to jump up pretty quick and just walk it off.
The initial receiver was not open, and then he just kind of ran around, tried to get around left end, and just didn't have the speed to get to the perimeter on the North Garland defense. Do we have another penalty marker? I don't see a marker. It's an official, some kind of a signal. Bobby, I don't see a marker anywhere. So far, communication is not. There it is, way over there, way downfield at the 40-yard line. What in the world could that be?
Yeah, and it looked like the ref threw his hat out there, which usually means a receiver goes out of bounds and doesn't try to come back in.
Did we ever get a signal from the official? Yeah, we did. Illegal participation was the call. That would go with what you just said, going out and coming back. Quick swing pass to Wheaton, and he is going to be tied up immediately. Great one-on-one open field tackle, and the man doing it was Ricky Taylor for a big loss.
Yeah, now they've run that same swing pattern a couple of times. And this time it looked like the linebacker Taylor was just waiting on it to happen. He just followed Wheaton out there and just makes a great open field tackle. And Lakeview starts to drive. They start to do pretty good. They get a run here, run there, and then they get beat by a penalty or a bad snap or something. Just these bad plays have just taken them backwards.
Lakeview's going backwards. Two consecutive negatives. They're at 2nd and 29. Now we got a whistle. Patriots are going to take a timeout. We'll take 1-2. 3:03 left in our first quarter. 7-7. North Garland and Lakeview Centennial here on GRS TV.
I love to read because it creates images in your mind and it makes you think that you're right there while you're reading.
I love to read because it shows me that anything is possible.
It's important to read well because it's a great way to expand your vocabulary.
There's just so much to gain from reading, and that's why I love it so much.
Reading makes me smart. Be a lifelong reader like me.
Reading is great.
You should read too.
Literacy is for life.
See you September 21st.
Come to Literacy for Life.
Make plans to attend the Literacy for Life event on Saturday, September 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Curtis Caldwell Center.
We're back at Williams Stadium. Lakeview Centennial back to the line of scrimmage as the band looks on. 2nd and 29. Gonna sweep it right with Wheaton. Gets a block, has the corner, and he'll step out of bounds at the 25 after a 10-yard gain. So he gets about almost half of it back anyway.
That shows his speed because he was really... North Garland played it really well out there. You'll see everybody. Look at this, 35's out there. Everybody's outside, but he just outruns everyone to the edge and is able to pick up some nice yards there.
Another 3rd and long situation. They need 19 all the way to their own 44. As they look to the sideline, play clock now at 10. 3 receivers to the wide side left, nobody wide to the right. Now here comes another whistle and another Lakeview Centennial timeout taken by Kendall Miller. So we'll take another break and we'll be back shortly here on GRS TV. Lakeview offense back out with a play. 4 receivers this time, 3 to the left. They need 19 on 3rd down. And here we go. Adams in shotgun. Straight drop, 2 steps. There goes the pressure. He's in trouble. He's going to run for it. He's going to be stopped at a 1-yard gain. It's going to be 4th and very long. Another Lakeview punt coming. Here's your replay. You see it breaks down early.
All his receivers were covered up. And then the linebacker, number 45, just goes out there and gets the quarterback as he tries to run. Now, you got to go ahead and throw that away. If you don't have any chance to beat anybody and get some more yards, you got to go ahead and toss that one out, still to taking a loss.
59, Rodney Gibson's the one that put the pressure on and forced him outside into the sack. A little bit of a rugby-style punt off by the left footer, and it's a nice one that's going to roll out of bounds, not returnable, at the 41 of North Garland. And that is a 35-yard punt with no return. Pretty good result there from Villarreal.
North Garland's doing a pretty good job containing Lakeview. Of course, Lakeview's had some negative plays that's helped contribute to this, but North Garland, outside of giving up the one long touchdown pass, they've really done pretty good defensively.
North Garland going right to left here in the first quarter. We still got 2:07 left. It's 7-7. 5 receivers, empty shotgun for Gauthier. Ball off the right hash. Now they're going to stand up. Look at the sideline. We're down to 2 on the play clock. That's why they decided to take the timeout. North Garland did. We'll take 1-2. 7-7 in the district opener here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too. You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future, the change you want to see. It all starts right now. The
First and 10, Gauthier is throwing, drops a screen off over the middle, but it's not going anywhere. Garcia is hit immediately. Nice read there by the middle of that Lakeview defense, and leading the way was Gavin Harris.
Yeah, if it wasn't a Gavin Harris, this potentially had a lot of running room. You can see that they went in there and they set it up to let everybody go through, and then right at the last second set up the screen. But right there, number 13 is there to make the stop. They had a lot of running room there.
2nd and 8 after the 2-yard gain. 4 receivers, 2 each way, including 2 to the short side. Gauthier was going to go that way, drop the football. It's loose. It looks like Timothy may have fallen on it to avoid the turnover. They're going to say Lakeview Centennial football. Just a stupid mistake by North Garland, and Lakeview pounces on it, and the recovery made by Victor Smith.
255-pound senior there. It just slips out of his hands. I mean, he's fixing to pull it up to throw it, and it just slips out.
So good field position at the North Garland 42. You know, it's not raining. We have a 15% chance, but it's humid out there, so the ball could be a little bit slick. 83 degrees, 80% humidity. 1st and 10 Patriots. 1:19 left in the first quarter. The marathon of the first quarter still going. 3 receivers set. Wheaton's going to take the handoff, and he's hit immediately. Alex Garcia, the linebacker, shot through there and got a piece of him early on, and Kamar couldn't go anywhere. No gain. Watch the penetration. Great. Nobody picked him up. Garcia, Alex.
Yeah, that's just a nice job of reading it right there. 6'3", 240-pounder coming right through the middle and taking Wheaton down.
Top returning tackler for North Garland this year. Alex Garcia is a 2-3-year starter. He may have been doing it 3 years now. 2nd and 10 Lakeview. Taking a lot of time. We're under 10 on the play clock. Got a full house backfield. 1 back on either side of Adams in deep shotgun. Going to hand it to Garnett Burke around left end. He's hit after his short gain. It's going to be 3rd down coming up. Good read there on the little end around as the tackle was made by Ed White. Another kid going 2 ways. I've got the wrong sheet in front of me. That was Xavier Johnson, number 88, forward North Garland.
Boy, Garcia getting out there. Oh, did you see White right there take it to the knee? And he's up and walking around. You see him right there, number 88. Boy, just fortunate.
Bobby just spilled water everywhere. That'll make you proud. If I only had a napkin. We're going to take a break. I'm going to get some napkins, and we're going to come back for the second quarter in a moment. 7-7 here on GRS TV. Well, Bobby, that timeout came at a great time, so I can go get some paper towel and clean up my water.
Yes, water everywhere up here. Welcome back, second quarter. It's a good one. 7-7, Raiders Patriots.
I expect a good one tonight. I expected a very tight contest, and we've got it so far.
Yeah.
Really, except for 2 plays, the defenses are controlling this football game.
Yeah, long pass to the on Patriots side, and then the very next play, North Garland throws them a 76-yarder.
This is a big game, especially, you don't want to lose your district opener. It puts you in a hole from the get-go. Adams going to go deep over the middle again, and this one's incomplete. He came up a little bit short on the pass. Receiver appeared open at first. That's Kamar Wheaton coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. They take the fake handoff to Wheaton, and then instead of just blocking, he takes off because he knows either no one's going to pick him up or a linebacker, and he feels like he can outrun them. Boy, they throw it out there, but just good coverage. But when you throw it a little short like that, he has to start coming back for it. It gives the linebacker time to come in and knock the ball down. So it was a great play design.
4th and 5, and Lakeview appears to be going here. They may be changing the play. Plenty of time on the play clock as we're at 10 and counting. They may take a timeout here.
Yeah, it's 7 seconds.
Yeah, they're just going to run the play clock down, take a timeout, and talk about a 4th and 5 play.
It's got to be their last time out.
They lost track of the play clock, Bobby. They're going to let it run out. Maybe they did that on purpose to help the punter.
Maybe so, yeah.
Give the punter a little bit more room. Boy, he must be a good punter if 37's not good enough.
Yeah, if they would have taken that timeout, that would have been their last one of the half.
Yeah, Is there a new rule? Do you get 3 timeouts a quarter or a half now?
I mean, they've used them all.
Yeah, I've never seen this many timeouts in the first quarter of a football game in my life.
Yeah, so they back them up 5, and they're going to go ahead and punt it from there.
And the left-footed punter will take care of business. Villarreal. high but very short. It hits at the 22. It'll get a little bit of a bounce over there on the sideline, and let's see where they'll mark it out. It's going to be just a little bit inside the 20. 7-7 as North Garland will take the ball back and go left to right now here in the second into that pretty substantial wind out of the south-southeast. It's a good steady 20, 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, it looks like it's going across the field, so it's not particularly helped them in any way. Like the ball, if they throw it, it's not like it's gonna pick it up and take it with it. It's actually going across the field, so no advantage either side, I don't think.
And the Raiders from their own 20. Gauthier with Woods to his right. Gonna hand it to Sabron. Huge hole up the middle into the secondary. Room. Cuts it outside. He's at midfield to the 40 of Lakeview, the 30 before he is cut down on what could have been a touchdown-saving tackle by Michael Ayers.
He's got 301 yards coming into the game. That's almost 6.5 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns, and you see why right there. The hole just opened wide open, and boy, is he fast. Switches that ball from one hand to the other so that if he gets knocked out or something, it would go out of bounds. It's a smart runner right there.
Gain of 53 yards. Again, Woods, who has got to be tired after that last run. This time he is spun down after just a 2-yard gain. But to give credit to the defense, there wasn't much available. I don't care how tired he was.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of times they'll take those guys out that have a huge play like that and give them a breather and put somebody else in there. You know, they've got some good running backs back there, but no, they leave him in there and give it right back to him.
2nd and 8, Raiders. Gauthier play action roll left, gonna go deep, overshoots Duke Parker about the goal line. Pretty good coverage though. Maybe a better pass might have been picked off. I mean, great twin coverage there from Garnett Burke and Ja'Cory Tarver, 2 of their best safety men.
Yeah, one was underneath and one was over the top. There was really nobody to throw to. Probably would have been best just to keep running. He had plenty of room. He probably could have picked the first down up if he just takes off and runs that ball.
Another 3rd down conversion coming. They need 8, probably 4-down territory at the 25. They need the 17 of Lakeview. North Garland with 4 receivers. Gauthier going to run the middle screen. Incomplete. Lucky it wasn't picked off. It was a poor pass intended for Trey Taylor, and there were some waiting arms in white on the other side of the ball. We've also got a penalty marker.
That play just never developed. I mean, he's got to throw it way sooner than he thinks he's going to.
Ooh, they roughed the quarterback. That'll be a 15-yard walk against Lakeview.
That just really wasn't roughing the quarterback. I saw the whole thing. The flag comes out, but really they just kind of push him after he throws the ball. And, I mean, he doesn't fall. He doesn't do anything. They just give him the penalty.
Kendall Miller doesn't necessarily agree with the call. Yeah, he's hot over there, the Lakeview head coach. No replay, unfortunately. If we can find one, we'll bring it to you. But the walk-off to the 12, 1st and 10. They could get a first down without a touchdown. The North Garland Raiders. Now we've got another whistle. Boy, the P's are working in the whistles tonight. Timeout taken by North Garland. I guess both teams are going to kill all their timeouts before halftime. We'll kill another timeout here on GRS TV. 7-7 back after this.
I love to read because it creates images in your mind and it makes you think that you're right there while you're reading.
I love to read because it shows me that anything is possible.
It's important to read well because it's a great way to expand your vocabulary.
There's just so much to gain from reading, and that's why I love it so much.
Reading makes me smart. Be a lifelong reader like me.
Reading is great.
You should read too.
Literacy is for life.
See you September 21st.
Come to Literacy for Life.
Make plans to attend the Literacy for Life event on Saturday, September 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Curtis Caldwell Center.
10:34 left here in the second quarter. North Garland with a 1st and 10 at the Lakeview Centennial 12 after the 15-yard walk-off for roughing the passer. 3 receivers set here. Woods in the pistol to the left of Gauthier. And Taylor in motion. They fake the handoff there. Swing it to Woods out of the backfield. He's open. One man to beat. He will not beat him, but it'll be awfully close to the first down inside the 5.
Well, I really thought if he caught that and just took it to the corner, he's going to score. He's going to outrun him. I don't know what he sees there. when he finally gets it and takes off running, he cuts inside. But boy, did he just keeps running to the outside corner there, and he's going to take it to the house. I don't think, did they give him the first?
No. Yeah, they did. They didn't even measure it, which surprised me. Ja'Cory Tarver at the touchdown saving tackle. He had to beat Tarver to score, and he could not. Ball now on the left hash, first and goal at the 3. Gauthier under center, which is a little unusual nowadays. Woods gets the handoff. He's hitting the backfield, fighting for that goal line, and a good job by Lakeview to hold him short at the 1.
Boy, you got to hold that ball tight. That ball comes popping out again.
Great tackling so far by the linebackers and that defensive line from North Garland. Watch this replay. Watch the pursuit to the ball and the tackling. Yeah, that first hit's what slowed him down. The hole was there, but Isaiah Ellis shut it down.
Yeah, you got to get low right there so nobody can grab you up high, which is what happened.
Gauthier on the keeper. Touchdown, North Garland. The Raiders take the 6-point lead.
That's nice to see. Get up under center and just lean forward. Get up under those big old linemen. Trust in them. Get a good push from the running backs and just push them on in.
That's a 2-minute, 36-second drive. 82 yards in 6 plays, but 53 of it came on the one run by Woods to start the series.
And then a 15-yard penalty on a 3rd and long.
Cerrillo for the PAT, G-O-O-D. Timeout on the field, 9:19 second quarter. A lot of big plays tonight. It's a good one in the district opener, and it's 14-7 North Garland over Lakeview Centennial on GRS TV. Scott Powell, Bobby George, and Timothy Gauthier, the North Garland quarterback, getting some water on the sideline after he directed that 82-yard drive and finished it with a 1-yard run. North Garland with a 14-7 lead.
Now that was a really good drive right there all the way down the field. Now they've tallied up 139 total yards, 95 of it in the air and 44 of it on the ground.
Oh, a couple of broken tackles on the kick return and a beauty for Jalen Davis. They kicked it short. Davis beat the original line of folks coming down the field, and gosh, it looked for a minute like he might go the distance with that one. Davis is a good-sized kid, as you saw right there.
Again, this is what we were talking about. If you shoot that real short like that, all you got to do is break a few tackles, that first layer, and you're off and running. That's what we've been talking about. So if you're going to do that, you got to pooch that ball up really high, or you got to kick it really hard on the ground. Either one, to make it where it's not so easy for that first guy to catch it clean, because when he does, he can take off. It's just it's a risky play.
Davis is 6 feet 200 pounds. He also has caught a ball or two tonight. 1st and 10. Great field position at the North 41. Wheaton reverses his field and finds a hole right up the gut, and he gets a quick 6 on 1st down. Good quick hitter there by Kamar Wheaton. Watch the blocking right up the middle, a big 63. They pulled a guard and tackle, and that's what opened it up, huh?
Yeah, it looked really nice. Big 63. He really manhandled his guy. And then you see that big guy, number 51, right there, coming from the left to the right, and he cleans out the end, and it just set up a nice little run.
Oh, another high snap, and it's not punt time. Adams does go back and get it, and he'll just throw it away. Almost had it picked off. My gosh, Jared, if you're going to throw it away, give it a good heave into the stands. That was close. There was a defender fairly close by when that ball came down. Watch this replay.
I mean,
boy, the snaps, they're hard snaps, too. They're hard to catch like that.
Well, took a nice bounce for him right there, but boy, he had a lot of red shirts right around him.
See, by the time that ball came down, that defender was not far away. 2nd and 4. It's 3rd and 4. Yeah, they just now changed the down over there. Quick pass over the middle, caught for a first down. Not a great pass, but a great diving catch there by that same guy, Jalen Davis, kind of the player of the game so far.
Absolutely. That's their main go-to guy. And, of course, he just turns around about 5 yards and sets and waits for Adams to throw it. And, boy, he had to make a nice reach and grab. I think he actually intercepted it from his own teammate right there. Looked like it was going to go to number 11, Burke.
Gain of 9 on the play, move the chains. 1st and 10 at the 26 of North Garland. 8 minutes left, second quarter. North leading 14-7. Lakeview on the drive, though. This started at the 41, though, of North. Shotgun snap, little delay handoff Wheaton, and he's hit from behind right as he took the handoff. Good penetration there, and the tackle from one of the defensive linemen. It looked like he may have been unblocked there, Davion Sneed. Let's see if we can get a replay. I mean, he was to that carrier Wheaton in a hurry. Here's your replay. Yeah, he just defeated the block, and no contest.
Just a nice job right there. Of course, he's 5'10", 265 pounds.
That's a bowling ball of a kid.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's a big boy right there.
After the loss, 2nd and 12 back at the 28.
You know, these guys work so hard. They work all summer long, and they're just lifting weights. Man, they're strong.
Play clock was getting away. Kendall Miller noticed it, and Lakeview is now out of timeouts. North has 1 left. We've had 5 timeouts taken, and we got 7:06 left in the second quarter. Yes, you get 3 more each in the second half. 7:06, second quarter, 14-7 North Garland over Lakeview on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too. You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future, the change you want to see. It all starts right.
Back to play at Williams Stadium, 2nd and 12, Lakeview. Wheaton, big. Oh, it closed in a hurry. Broke a tackle, but still going to be short of the first down. He's finally down at the 21. And that's a gain of 7. It started out like he wasn't going to get anything up the middle.
Yeah, I think linebacker Smith was right there, right when he got the ball, and he just shook him. Wheaton's pretty quick. He gives him a little shake and picks up a little additional yardage.
Another 3rd down coming. They'll need 4, probably 4-down territory at the 21 of North Garland. Right now, it would be a 38-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. Looks like they're going to go with 3 receivers, although they're still looking to the sideline. Wheaton is in the pistol to the left of Adams.
Yeah, Davis is way outside to the left to see if they go to him.
Fake the handoff this time, and Adams keeps it. He's close to the first, and I think he's got it. Good body lean there. Yeah, move those chains. 1st and 10 at the 16. First carry of the night. No, that was Garnett Burke, who lined up in the Wildcat in the backfield, and Burke, it looked like, picked up the first down.
Yeah, I was wondering, because they haven't really been running, the quarterback too much here. So, and he had a lot of burst of speed cutting up field. So I thought, man, that was pretty good run right there from the quarterback.
7th play of this drive coming. Lakeview trying to answer the North Garland touchdown and retie this game at 14. Adams, quick out pass, caught, evades one Oh, no, he couldn't. It looked like Burke would step around Henson, the corner, but Henson with a great open field tackle there and kept it to a 2-yard gain.
Nice play right there by the Patriots, because they do have a one-on-one. If he does get by him, that's a touchdown. You can see
we've had
Henson
a lot.
Makes a great play right there. Shoestring tackle for the save.
These are 2 good open field tackling teams, Bobby. We haven't seen many broken tackles. There's been some touchdowns saved tonight.
Absolutely.
That might be the biggest reason why these teams have improved so much over the years is the tackling.
Yeah,
we're
the
seeing
defense has been playing really well.
2nd and 8, Lakeview. Wheaton's going to get a handoff. Sheds one tackler. He gets the blocks and the goal line. Touchdown run for Kamar Wheaton from 14 yards out. And it's 14-13.
He just gets that outside right there. He's got speed. He's got strength.
And you know what? All you needed was vision here. Look at the blocking.
Yeah, I think they got away with a hold right there, too. They're all coming up going, hey, I've got held right there. But it doesn't matter. They didn't see it. They didn't see it. It didn't happen.
4-minute, 34-second drive. And the extra point is good. That'll tie it. 4:54 left in our half. 14-14. A good one tonight between Lakeview Centennial and North Garland here on GRS TV. Well, welcome to a lot of the crowd here tonight on the Lakeview side, waving at the cameras. Again, good crowd tonight for this district opener at Williams Stadium. Bands will perform here shortly at halftime. Don't forget, Bobby will be here tomorrow night with Steve. What's Steve's last name?
Steve Reeves.
Steve Reeves, pardon me. And I'll say that'll be on TV this week along with this one. That'll be Naaman Forest and Rowlett this week on GRS TV. So tune in all week long. Pretty good kickoff return on a short kick, just heading right up the near sideline where he caught the ball was that was number 2, Kenneth McCullough, giving North Garland good field position.
I'm sure he went over to the coach and said, if they pooch kick this thing up in the air and I got plenty of room to run, can I run it instead of calling a fair catch? And that coach probably said, yeah, take off. And he does and gets him almost to midfield.
Next week, Bobby and I will have Rowlett and North Garland. Boy, that could be a really good matchup and a key game for both teams in week 2 of district. North Garland would love to go in with a 1-0 record, but they're tied up with Lakeview at 14-all here late second quarter, going left to right into the wind. Gauthier in shotgun. Woods the pistol back. Woods takes the handoff. Pretty good hole right up the gut. He may go the distance. Can't get a block. He'll try and do it himself, and he cannot avoid the one tackler at the 20-yard line. Another one of those touchdown-saving tackles, this time by Brian Jones.
Well, if he could just wait just a second, slow down just a second, and let his receiver come up there and help him out. He's getting there, but he just doesn't wait just long enough. And, boy, what a great tackle number 7 gets to save the touchdown.
When you get a second, I'd love to see you look up the average per carry so far for Sabron Woods tonight. 1st and 10, ball inside the 20 at the 19. Play action this time, fires incomplete, threw it a little bit behind Duke Parker, who almost made a one-handed reaching back grab, but he couldn't hold on the deep slant. Boy, they had Lakeview fooled there with the play action, it appeared. Watch the attempt here. Oh, it looked like he might catch it. His hand just wasn't big enough.
Well, just reach back there with 2 hands is what they've been watching too much Odell Beckham Jr. They need to go up there with 2 hands and catch that ball. That might be a touchdown.
It was behind him a little bit. It was a tough play, and it was a bullet off the left hand of Gauthier. Wood's going to take the handoff. Cuts it outside, trying to get a block. He got one, but the rest of the defense caught up. It is a good gain and a first down inside the 10 to the 6. That's a quick 13 for Sabron, as the average per carry is impressive.
Yeah, I tell you what, they're doing such a good job, offensive lineman. He's not getting touched until he gets about 3-4 yards down the field. He's rushing about, it's almost 4 yards per attempt now. He's got 16 for 54.
First and goal at the 6. North Garland looking to retake the lead. We're tied at 14. Clock stopped at 3:47 left here in the second. North has 1 timeout. Lakeview's out of timeout. Gauthier Down the line to the left. He's going to tuck it and go. Couldn't find a receiver, and he'll get a short gain before being tackled from behind by, wow. You want to handle that? Awuna Ikechu. I did my best. Big 6'3", 240-pound junior. Gain of just one. Boy, he ran a long way for 1 yard as he just kind of worked his way down the line and then decided to tuck it.
Yeah, big number 90 Awuna right there. He ran a long ways down the line pursuing that quarterback and finally it pays off for him.
Duke Parker, lone receiver out to the left, one-on-one coverage. Watch for him, although they're going to hand it to Woods. Gets into the linebacker area and scores. The initial blocking at the line was there, and that was an easy 6 for Sabron.
Well, he just skips in, and he doesn't even get touched. It's not even close. Watch this lineman block. Number 9, all these big linemen coming from right to left, 52. They seal it off for him, and it just very nicely executed play right there, and he just walks into the end zone.
Let's give some credit to those interior folks. That's Robert Morales, number 52, Bobby mentioned. PAT from Cirillo. Might have been partially blocked, but it does limp through and give North Garland a 7-point lead. Late second quarter, 2:53 left in the half. 21-14 Raiders here on GRS TV.
I love to read because it creates images in your mind and it makes you think that you're right there while you're reading.
I love to read because it shows me that anything is possible.
It's important to read well because it's a great way to expand your vocabulary.
There's just so much to gain from reading, and that's why I love it so much.
Reading makes me smart. Be a lifelong reader like me.
Reading is great.
You should read too.
Literacy is for life.
See you September 21st.
Come to Literacy for Life.
Make plans to attend the Literacy for Life event on Saturday, September 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Curtis Caldwell Center.
5-play, 51-yard drive for North Garland as they retake the lead here late second quarter. Some of the Lakeview Centennial folks here tonight at Williams. Happy people.
2 really impressive drives right there by North Garland.
You know, the field position for both teams has been outstanding because the kicks have mostly been very short. They're just handing the other teams good field position, one of my pet peeves. Another squibber. At least he got it down to the 20. It's returnable. And still going, cutting it outside. This is a nice return from Kwame Long. Still going, more good field position, although they earned it here inside North Garland territory.
Yeah, but we do have a flag on the field.
Way
usually,
back, yeah.
Usually when they do all of that running back and forth, something happens.
Yeah, it changes the blocking and it turns your blockers, and it's easy to grab.
Somebody gets in the back or grabs them or something.
Well, he's going to move it from 35 to the 40, but it is, I'll tell you, some of his signals, there we go, personal foul.
So blocking in the back, usually out.
No, this is personal foul unless he gives no other signal. So somebody just went after somebody else. It's a 15-yard walk-off. See if we can see anything on the replay. Yeah, a little high hit maybe if they want to call that.
Yeah.
That had to be it. It's going to back Lakeview up all the way back to their 25. They've got no timeouts, trailing 21-14, 2:41 on the clock. Wind at Lakeview's back, although it's let up here. It is 5-10 miles an hour. Garnett Burke on the end around. Breaks one tackle, gets away from a second one, still going, and that was enough for the first down. He was going to be caught short of the first and then picked up 12.
Yeah, you grab somebody by the shoulder like that and you hold on to him for that long, you think you're going to have some help. Right here, he actually gets a hold of him, holds on and holds on and holds on.
Looked like they held hands, Bobby.
But, you're waiting for your guys to help you out, and nobody showed up.
37-yard line. Adams quick out, caught for a short game, but fighting forward. Going to get 6 to 7 out of what should have been short. And the receiver there was Jonathan Dunn with his first catch of the night, 6 yards. Lakeview with 1:45 going quickly. Another pass that's caught by the man Jalen Davis. He's done it all tonight. And I'm looking around for a penalty marker. Yeah, we got 2 of them in the secondary. Lots of penalties tonight. That's going to go against North Garland in its decline. Give Lakeview a first down at the 46 and North. That is an 11-yard gain.
Nice throws, though. I mean, both sides, they went to the right side, a nice little 5-yard and come back, nice throw, and then come right back to it to the left side and get another nice little 7-8 yard pass. And those balls are thrown nice and on target, on time, and when you do that, it's really tough to cover it.
Lakeview Centennial on the march here with the clock running, 1:25 second quarter.
Woo!
Handoff, short gain, a pop from the North Garland defense, but not going down easily was the running back, and that was Wheaton, as you see there, number 4, the big 200-pounder.
Well, he took a nice shot, though, and a lot of times when you get hit like that quick, the ball will pop out, but he holds on to it really good. Watch this, gets hit right here. Boom.
Good hard hit.
Helmet right on the ball. Is lucky it didn't pop out.
Oh, my goodness from goodness. Adams in trouble. Drops it off just barely in time to evades the rush. Ed White couldn't come up with it here on the near sideline. A really hard pass for the righty going to his left. The good news is that's a good completion, Bobby, because it stops the clock. Lakeview with no timeouts. That stops it with 52 seconds left.
Yeah, he gets great pressure from the linebacker right there, number 45, and he tries, if he can get his legs squared up, his shoulder squared up with the line of scrimmage, maybe he makes that completion, picks up 7, 8, 10 yards, and he's close to the out of bounds. He steps out of bounds, stops the clock.
3rd and 8 Patriots.
But incomplete pass stops the clock, so you're still 3rd down and long.
Adams, good blocking on a 4-man front, incomplete, too high on the slant, intended for Dunn. No penalty marker for one of the few plays tonight. It's going to be 4th and 8 with 47. Boy, if I'm Lakeview, I don't want to give North Garland good field position. I get rid of this football and punt it away, and maybe even a coffin corner, Bobby.
Well, that ball was really put on the money.
Dunn didn't really extend his arms very high, did he?
No, it looks like he was scared he was going to get hit a little bit. I'm not sure, but that ball was put right there where he probably had a good chance of catching it.
You know, if it was non-district play, I could see Lakeview going for this, but district play with a 4th and 8 at the 44, the opponent, I punted away, and they are.
47 seconds, because North Garland's really played 2 real good offensive possessions and scored on both of them, so you really want to pin them back.
You're already down 7 in a huge game. There's a nice punt, although the referee's going to blow it dead. That's Roy Bernard, the referee. And North Garland's all excited. You know what? I think the punter may have put a knee down or something, Bobby. They are saying North Garland
put
ball.
His foot. I think that's what happened. They call him down.
I'd love to see a replay, and here it comes from the great folks at GRS TV. Watch the camera work here. Let's see if we can see it.
It's down.
Good call from Roy Bernard, the referee. That could be a key play in this game. North with 37 seconds left. 1st and 10 at the Lakeview 44. And they do just have 1 timeout remaining. Already leading 21-14. You know, this could be huge toward the end of this game. What happens right now?
Free play right here.
Yeah, as he's offside. They're going to blow it dead. I don't understand
Why would they do that unless he made contact?
Did not appear to be contact, but they'll walk 5 against Lakeview. I see your point. We've got procedure. What? Kendall Miller is all the way out to the numbers.
Oh, they're calling that on North Garland. They stopped the clock there, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't see it. It looked to me like there was definitely a jump from the defensive end.
Well, but they may have drawn him off from what the officials are saying. The head linesman ran in. That was Keith Laurent.
It's interesting that they lost 4 seconds on the clock, but the play never started.
Yeah, you need to put the time back on the clock, and he's looking to the clock. Bernard, they are going to put it back on. It looks like they already have, Bobby. No, they haven't. There were 30. Yeah, they have 37. I'm thinking there was 33. I wrote down 33.
I think it was 37. It was 37. They rolled it down to 33.
I had 33 written down anyway before the first play, but anyway, that's my problem. 1st and 15, North Garland at the 49 of Lakeview. 4 receiver set. Gauthier wants to throw it. Fires.
Get out of bounds.
Good and hard to Parker. Get out of bounds, Duke. Well, they forced him out, but Duke did not want to get out. He tried to get all he could out of that play, and Finally went out after a first down gain to the 34. That'll stop the clock with 29 seconds. And we've got an injured Lakeview Centennial Patriot, it appears. Why don't we take a quick timeout? We'll be back with the end of the first. No, we're going to keep it right here, the truck says. And we're going to get a replay for you.
Yeah, again, you've got to know the position, the down and distance and the time on the clock. Beautiful pass.
Well, for
Parker
replaying
needs to
it,
get out of bounds.
Get out of bounds, Duke. Well, it is a replay, you know.
I just didn't see how Ellis got hurt, but his helmet pops off, and I'm wondering if somebody scrapes up high into his face basically when the helmet pops off.
Yeah, he was holding his forehead, as you could see.
So hopefully
He's
he'll
sitting
be fine.
up now.
You know,
it's a good sign sitting up.
I got hit in the nose a little bit. That hurts.
And he's up and getting a nice hand from the crowd here tonight. And he'll even trot off. And what great sportsmanship. One of the North Garland players comes up and gives him a high five. Robert Morales.
North Garland's right now at 197 total yards, 95 of it in the air, 4 of 6 completions, 23 yards a pass, rushing 102 yards on 11 attempts. That's 9.3 yards per attempt. So they are really racking it up on the ground.
But don't forget, before we kick off the second half, we'll give you the first half highlights. And Bobby will have a statistical report for you. So don't forget that right before the second half starts. First and 10, North Garland. 29 seconds left at the Lakeview 34, leading 21-14. Woods nowhere to go. Just turns his body and runs into defender at the 31, and North Garland will exercise their final timeout here with 22 seconds. We're going to take a break. Back with the rest of the half in a moment here on GRS TV. Bobby, you feel like North Garland's in field goal range, right?
Well, I think they can get to about the 20-yard line. They might be able to. If they can kick a 30-yarder, they probably have a chance.
Right now they're at the 31, but no timeouts. Gauthier going to go deep toward the near sideline end zone. Incomplete. Parker had one-on-one coverage and kind of a line drive throw that he couldn't come up with. And give all the credit in the world to the defender, Michael Ayers.
Yeah, Ayers does good. He stays right on Parker. Parker goes up. I think he has position to get it, but his arms don't get extended far enough. Watch this wind up and throw, and the ball's there. Oh, he just jumps a little early maybe, but boy, good coverage right there.
Let's give Ayers a lot of credit there. Now the clock is stopped. That's a good thing in a way, 16 seconds. Right now it would be a 48-yard field goal attempt. You got to be careful whatever you do here to be able to get the next play off. As you said during the timeout, Bobby, this is why you keep your timeouts and don't burn them so early.
Yeah, they burned all their timeouts.
They took a delay of game.
That's terrible.
On a dead ball, they take a delay of game. I could almost understand if the clock was running.
Boy, it just seems like they're just, if something doesn't happen here, they've wasted a great opportunity.
Now it would be a 51. No, a 53-yard attempt.
Yeah,
so.
With the wind against them, I'm not sure you can get that one out. No. So you really got to pick up some yards here with 16 seconds. And, they have no timeouts. They used them, almost all of them, in the first quarter.
3rd and 12. They got to get to the 24. Play action fake. Gauthier's got some time, steps up. Oh, he had it stripped away from behind, right? He tried to drop it off short and
I think it's a
knocked
fumble
out of
right there.
Well, they're going to call it incomplete and give credit on the play defensively to that name again that you handled so beautifully.
No, I think it was a
they
fumble.
They are calling it a fumble? Well, I didn't see a very good signal from the officials.
I think he had his arm up there in that wind-up position that he's got. And,
I agree.
As they go there, watch it. He keeps it up high.
I agree
Here
with the call.
Here it is, boom, and then just took it out of his arms.
Communication is not the strength of this crew. And Lakeview will take it over, avert the point try by North Garland. And it'll be 21-14. I was talking about the officials. The signals just have not been real clear a lot tonight. The crew at GRS TV does a heck of a job, Bob. Wheaton's going to run out this first half clock. If they can get him down, and they do get him down.
2 seconds.
A lot of empty yardage there, but Kamar picked up a quick 25. And that will be the last play of the first half. It's been a good one. We expected a good one. Both teams in their district opener tonight. Both teams with a combined 5-1 record coming in. And it's a good one. North Garland leading Lakeview Centennial 21-14. Again, we'll have the highlights of the first half and the first half stats here in a little while. So stay with us. Glad you're with us tonight here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future, the change you want to see. It all starts right now, the GISD.
Powell and Bobby George are about ready to start the second half. We got first half highlights coming your way, and lots of highlights to be had from this one. 35-point first half.
That's been a great game. 21-14. Who would have thought?
Patriots coming out. Hopefully we'll have time to give you a couple of stats as the two teams take the field.
It was beautiful when they first. Yeah, when they first started, it was a beautiful night right here.
First play or long touchdown pass. Jared Adams to Jalen Davis. And that covered 70 yards, 7-0 Lakeview Centennial. Timothy Gauthier finds a wide open Trey Taylor, who takes it 75 yards. Extra point makes it 7-7.
Yeah, on the very next play that was, too.
Yes.
Way to answer.
Then we had a fumble right here. The North Garland lost the fumble. Lakeview recovered. But, and then Lakeview put together a drive. Or was that North Garland scoring? Yeah, that's North Garland scoring. That's Gauthier on a 1-yard keeper. So Lakeview could not convert. They convert here, though, as Kamar Wheaton scores on a 14-yard run to make it 14-14. And then Woods completes a drive with a 5-yard run. It was a 51-yard drive. Woods with the score. Extra point good, and that's our halftime score, 21-14, as Lakeview will kick it off to start the second half.
Well, Sabron Woods was good, wasn't he? 117 total yards and a touchdown. Just a great game so far by Sabron Woods. And, of course, you got the other guy across the line from him rushing, Cameron Wheaton. He's got 85 and a touchdown himself.
Here's the kick. Pretty deep one this time, although it's caught at the 15 on the run. Looking for some running room on the return, Trey Taylor, and he's got good room all the way to the 40. Boy, the field position continues to be good for both teams because of short kicking and good returns, as Taylor showed there. Is about a 20-yard return to the 40.
You know, what I like about it most is that there's no yellow flags on the field.
For once.
It seems like every kickoff, there's always a flag that gets thrown.
Good point. Not just this game.
Yeah, just always. And this one, boy, they just able to nice return right there for 20 yards.
Raiders first play of the second half outside of the kickoff with 3 receivers wide side left. Pistol formation, Woods to the right of Gauthier. Change the play. We're down to 2 on the play clock. Will they get it off? Yes, they do. Barely. Woods up the middle into a wall of Patriots. Led by number 55, and that is Nicholas Callis. Also there was Iwana Ichakua.
Yeah, big old Callis right there, 250. Boy, he was right there to meet him. It always surprises me how you've got this whole entire half, 30 minutes, and you come out here and then you let the play clock go down to the very last second, and then you just hand it off up the middle. And it's like
2nd and 11. Gauthier straight drop. Little time. Over the middle, almost picked off. He threw it right into the waiting hand, and I do stress hand, Gavin Harris, who just could not hold on and gathered in with 2 hands.
Yeah, I mean, it comes out pretty quick. He's right there, and then all of a sudden he just puts his hands up, and boom, it hits him. Look at that. Swat it down. Nice job right there by the linebacker.
3rd and 11 coming, or North Garland would have to punt it away probably. They're going to send 3 receivers out to the left and 1 right, that pistol formation with Gauthier and shotgun. As you look on North Garland in their red and black against Lakeview, and they're all white. Gauthier's in trouble from the get-go, scrambles forward, but he'll just barely get back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like the Raiders will have to punt on 4th down and 10.
Yeah, he goes up, sets back for just a second, and there's that number 13. We just called his name. He gets the sack here, Gavin Harris. But he sets back and sees nobody open first read, and all of a sudden, man, that pocket starts collapsing, and he starts scrambling. He barely gets back.
Punt formation. Alex Garcia waits back at his 26. Good snap. No rush at all. It's a wobbler, though, coming toward the near sideline. He didn't get much of that one. That's a couple that have been off the side of his foot tonight, it looks like. Let's see where the field judge will mark it. He's going to stop at the Lakeview 40. So that is just a 26-yard punt. Garcia's struggling. Not to sound like Joe Namath.
Struggling.
So Lakeview with their first possession, second half. 10:30 left in the third as they'll go right to left here in the third quarter. Jared Adams back at quarterback. Kamar Wheaton, his start running back, will be in the pistol to his right. 1 receiver each way. Wheaton with the carry, evades 1 tackler as he cuts it right and then left and got a nice gain of 6 on first down to the 46 before he was tripped up.
North Garland held them to 78 total rushing yards that first half.
That's pretty good considering Wheaton's carrying it.
Yeah, Wheaton's carrying it, and it's 20 attempts too, so it's only 3.9 yards a carry. So the Raiders have done a good job of containing him. And
on the other side, Sabron Woods has averaged like 16 a carry coming into the second half.
Seems that way. He's got 109 rushing at 8.4 per carry.
Yeah, it was a lot higher than that at halftime. I was looking at some numbers. Full house backfield, another high snap. Adams, though, gets it. It's Sunday hop, and he's scrambling for his life. He tried to complete it. It was at the feet of the intended receiver, Wheaton, downfield. Well, it's a third time tonight the snap is, he's gotten a hand on every one of them, but they've all been high and hard to handle by Jared Adams.
Yeah, that one went way left right there. He just wasn't expecting it to come out that far left.
He's been lucky, though. They've been fairly easy recoveries,
Yeah,
Bob.
Great bounces, absolutely.
Yeah, he's been living the good life. 3rd and 4, Lakeview, or they'll probably have to punt it away. 5-6 man front. Let's see if they send the house here. Yeah, here they come. Play action. Over the middle, tipped away. That one was almost picked off on the shallow slant, tipped away by Nawahi.
Very nice job.
Nawahi is the pronunciation.
Very tough one to call. We'll just say, hey, goodness.
Goodness, my goodness.
He just sits right there in linebacker and just gets between the receiver and the quarterback and just kind of reading his eyes, floating in there, and here comes the ball and just knocks it down. Just a nice job, and all of a sudden they're going to be punting.
Back-to-back stops to start the second half. Still 21-14 North Garland. They're going to get the football back. Snap, and the punt is off.
Good one that time.
From Rivera. Yeah, they're going to flip the field big time. This one's going to be down to about the 5-6 yard line. Mark it at the 5. Wow. That is a
that's how you draw
51-yard punt. Yeah, that's drawing it up right there.
Very nice job, execution from the punt team. I mean, that was a good punt.
So with 9:26 left, second quarter, North Garland takes over. 1-2-3 punt, 1-2-3 punt for the first possessions for both teams. A little slower start to the second half than we had in the first half with the 2 long touchdown passes to start.
Yeah, the Raiders had 219 total yards that first half, 110 in the air, 109 on the ground. Of course, they only had 2 penalties for 10 yards, so 2 turnovers is what hurt the Raiders.
On first and 10, Gauthier waits at the goal line in shotgun. Woods to his left in the pistol. Woods hand up. And making the hit, the first hit as he crossed the 5 and got to the 8. That same kid, we've called his name all night, Mr. Gavin Harris, senior, 6 foot 185. He got some help, but he was unblocked and made the first hit. Do we have a penalty? No, we do not. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Yeah, make it 3.
Yeah, those 3 defensive linemen, you know, they're basically running a 3-3. 3 defensive linemen, and then their 4th defensive end kind of pops out there in coverage.
Play action, Gauthier over the middle deep, way over the head of the intended receiver, Duke Parker. There with the coverage was Michael Ayers, and it'll be 3rd and 8.
But geez, offensive line just giving him plenty of time to throw that ball. Just great job right there. You got to like having a little bit of time back there to set and see your receivers and throw the ball out there. They had a lot of time. That offensive line's been doing a good job for Smallwood and for the quarterback.
2 receivers each way here. You got to be careful down here on 3rd and 8 at your own 8. Play action. Gauthier is going to get rid of it quickly. It looked like he was hit as he threw it, as he lands on the ground, and that ball was woefully short, and North Garland's got to punt it away from their own end zone.
See what happens here. I thought he had time to throw it. It was just a 10-yard comeback. Oh, yeah, he gets hit as he's winding up. You know, he's got kind of a long windup. It takes a little bit of time for that ball to get out of his hands, and we saw that earlier when he was trying to wind up. Both times they fumbled the ball was basically when he was trying to either throw it and getting hit.
Garcia's punt, little better one here. Nose up spiral is caught. Not real far, though, at the 37. That's a 32-yard punt. And Lakeview with great field position at the North Garland 37. 8:42 left in the 3rd quarter. Neither team with a first down so far in the second half. 21-17 North Garland.
Yeah, but they flip this field like this. I mean, that happens on special teams. You punt it all the way down inside the 5-yard line.
On a 51-yard punt a moment ago, by the way.
Right? And then your defense holds them, and all of a sudden they got to punt it back to you, and you get the ball on the 38.
Sometimes your best offense is your punter.
That's
and also your best defense.
Got him.
Play action fake. Oh, he tried to hit an open Jalen Davis on the deep slant, and it was tipped away, or that might have gone for 6.
Yeah.
Davis wide open.
Just toss it out there a little bit higher. Give some room to run right there. He tries to
get a little air under it.
Yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. He's wide open. There's nobody around him, and they're just following his eyes, and they see it and slap it down. But there was no safety, no one. You just put it out there and let him run under that one.
2nd and 10.
That's good.
That was, oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's been all over the place. Just a great linebacker. Of course, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew exactly where he was throwing it.
Wheaton's going to get the handoff here, and he's tripped up. Might have tripped over his own blocker in the backfield, and that's going to be no gain at the 39.
We're going to give that tackle to Sneed.
They could have lost it too, by the way.
Big old 335-pound two-tech defensive lineman.
3rd and 11 could probably for down territory at the 39 of North Garland. You hate to waste this field position. They start at the 37. They've lost a yard. 38 and lost a yard. 4 receivers here, 2 each way. Now an empty backfield. Man goes in motion. Hits Wheaton out of the backfield. Can he get a block? He gets half a block, and that gets him near the first down. I think he's a little, well, let's see. No, it gets a mark to the 26. That is enough for the first down by 2 yards.
This defense has seen that same play about 4 times this game. You would have thought that the linebacker would have followed him out there, but they don't. They stay inside and get great blocking right there by number 88.
Yep.
Yeah, Ed White takes his defensive back there and gets him a first down.
That's the only reason I got the first down. Ed White tied up his defender long enough for Wheaton to get it. Wheaton's going to take the handoff this time, runs into a defender, fights for all he can get. Alex Garcia hung on and made the tackle after the 4-yard gain.
Boy, you'd like to see that big old number 66 out there again, Sneed. I mean, he's playing in the middle of the line, and you watch him chase Wheaton all the way down. I mean, look at it. Here he comes. They keep holding him up, and boom, he gets to finish it off right there.
Boy, that offensive lineman way out in front of that play, way off out of his position. Robert Iguanzo leading the way there, number 51. Play action fake. Adams steps up. Deep slant again off the hands of the intended receiver. That was Jonathan Dunn. Boy, that's the favorite play tonight. Seems like every pass has been a slant over the middle.
Because it's been open. There's no safeties. It's man-to-man, and all you got to do is break and get inside of your receiver or your defensive back. And, well, there was nothing wrong with that pass right there.
Second drop tonight on that play.
Yeah, it's 2 times that ball's been able to be caught right there over the middle.
Adams throws a hard ball, and sometimes it makes it hard for the catch. 3rd and 7. Probably 4-down territory at the 23. Be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Oh, he tried the little tunnel screen, incomplete. He was under pressure, and Adams did not make a good throw under pressure intended for Ed White, so it's 4th and 7.
Yeah, the only way that play works is if you have a little bit more time to set it up. And you can see he's going to act like he's going to throw it to Wheaton and turn around and make that throw. But you have to give your offensive line a little bit of time to get out there and set that screen up, or there's no way it's going to work. And, of course, he's getting under pressure and just tosses it out there. Lucky that somebody didn't break in front of that one because he just threw it out there without even looking.
Lakeview's a going on 4th and 7. Adams rolling right. Looking, eyes downfield, deep pass into double coverage, tipped away. Lucky it wasn't picked off. Of course, it was 4th down. It wouldn't have made any difference, but North Garland holds after Lakeview starts at the North Garland 37. Lakeview is stopped at the 24.
He has plenty of time to throw this ball, but if you see his receivers down here, the one he wanted to throw to was right there, 83, and he does not do anything. He just stands and turns around, and there's coverage all over him, and it just makes the quarterback have to make a play downfield that he otherwise wouldn't want to do, and he has to throw it out to triple coverage. Of course, it's 4th down. You have to do something with it. You can't just run out of bounds there, so it would have been better to have an interception at the 3-yard line, actually.
Raiders will start. Yeah, it's a good point. Maybe they didn't try and catch it for that reason. Raiders start at their 23, 1st and 10. 6:52 left, 3rd quarter. Raiders up 21-14. That's the score at halftime. End around handoff. Is that Trey Taylor trying to cut it back? Not much available as Lakeview strung it out nicely. And that was, that was Duke Parker, excuse me. Great pursuit, good quickness defensively there.
Yeah, Big Brown and Calais, they're out there chasing that down. They see them coming in motion, and they just follow their tackle and their guard, and they know they're coming.
We've called his name all night, but Victor Smith, you saw, played off the block and did a good job of getting outside quickly. Boy, he is a one-man show defensively. Going to toss it left. Sabron Woods gets a block, but there's 3 other defenders staring Woods down, and he's going to barely get back to the line, maybe a yard. Interesting, they got a great block on one, but there's 3 other defenders waiting.
Yeah,
they saw that play coming from the get-go.
They did, and they see that Parker's coming in motion, and so they know that they've been watching film. They knew that they would play off of that first play. So, North Garland tries to set it up by handing it off to Parker going one way and then act like they're going to do it again and go the opposite. But Lakeview was ready for it.
3 receivers out to the right, 4 receivers set. Gauthier's throwing. If he can get it off, and no, he can. He is down quickly. They sent the house, and the lead house was Joshua Wosu with the big tackle for the loss.
Hey, why not celebrate a little bit? That's fun when you finally get you a sack right there. Big-time play down inside your own 20. Boom, taken down.
North Garland 1-2-3 punt, 1-2-3 punt, 1-2-3, and they'll probably punt here.
Boy,
they've got
teams,
nothing working. At least Lakeview put together a first down or 2 before they had to give it up.
Yeah, both teams went into the locker room and figured out what the other team was trying to do, and boy, they've really shut both sides of the field down.
Garcia's punt is high but short. Running up and making the fair catch was Garnett Burke. But again, Lakeview, they started the 37 last time. They're at the North Garland 40 here with their next possession. And again, another 23-yard punt. The punting is just killing North Garland, as Lakeview has spent the whole half in North Garland territory, well, for the most part anyway.
Of course, they've got the wind blowing towards their face. It looks like it's about 15 to 20 miles an hour. So when you kick that ball, you either got to kick it low like a rugby-style kick, because once you get it up in the air, it's just going to die.
You've got your second good point out of the way tonight. You're only allowed one a night. That was a great point. The wind has got to be killing that punting. Lakeview defense doing the job, and neither offense to produce. Down 21-14. Garnett Burke on the jet sweep, and boy, North Garland reads it well. These two defenses are just too quick for the other offense. Boy, he's down at the 36. We also got a late penalty marker.
Yeah, I came from the midfield ref. He tossed that one 25 yards.
Burke got 4. Garnett Burke. Let's see what this is all about.
I think they're going to probably call some type of a holding on the receiver.
Yeah, the referee said holding already. Rory Bernard, and I'm sure North will take this penalty because that was a 4-yard gain. And they will. That'll be a 10-yard walk-off.
These guys enjoying their #1 team leading the district.
By the way, that was from the line, from the point of the tackle. It was a spot call. It's a 10-yard walk-off, but it's only going to be 1st and 16, Bobby. 16.
Yeah, the receiver was blocking downfield, and he got a hold of the jersey and was just kind of grabbed the defensive back and wouldn't let him go. So that was down the field.
3 receivers wide right. They wanted to toss it right. It went through the arms of Wheaton. He does regain it. How many times tonight have we seen lucky bounces on fumbles for Lakeview?
Boy, they were just real fortunate right there because, again, Goodness was right on Wheaton. It's like he's watching him everywhere he goes, and he knows where he's going. And, boy, that ball took a great bounce right back up into his hands.
Oh, my goodness.
But, boy, if he doesn't, Goodness is going to be all over that one.
Might be one of the greatest names to ever pass through the GISD. Goodness. Oh, my goodness. If I was his parents, I would have named him Oh, my goodness. Quick pass, a wide open receiver, although they got a lot to go for the first. Get over half of it back, though, on the catch.
It was just a broken coverage. I mean, it looks like they
Dunn,
sent their,
by the way.
They left Dunn over there by himself. There was nobody on him at all. Looks like the slot receiver went on downfield and pulled both defensive backs.
Gain of 9. So it's 3rd and 9, a little more manageable here. Probably 4-down territory at the 39 in North Garland. North trying for a second defensive stand on possession starting in their territory. North holding a 7-point lead, 21-14. As we tick near 3:40 left third quarter. Adams has a lot of time, sets up and hits an open Ed White, who falls forward, and that's going to be a fresh set of downs for Lakeview at the 25 and a gain of 14. It's funny how well these quarterbacks throw it when you give them time.
Yeah, I mean, White just goes down and sets, and so does Davis. Davis is wide open as well.
How often?
Both ready for it.
How rare tonight has it been for the quarterbacks to sit in the pocket and set their feet before they throw it? It's one of the few times right there. Burke gets a handoff. He's in deep trouble. Evades one tackler. Won't get by the next wave. He lost the football. Was that a live or dead football? Yeah, they're going to say live and give it to Lakeview Centennial, or North Garland, excuse me.
My goodness.
And whoever recovered it is running off the field with it. It's oh my goodness.
That's right.
Oh my. So another defensive stand for North Garland.
That was a holding right there that they got away with. And boy,
let's give credit on the tackler. Cornell Smith made the hit. Down around the waist. Here come the Raiders, still holding that 7-point lead.
The Raiders have done a great job defensively, and they're setting their offense up. You can't say enough about how good they've been tonight.
Bobby, we've only had 2 first downs total. 2 by Lakeview, none by North Garland here in the second half so far. And we've played almost 9 minutes. Now, North is going into the wind, a steady 15-20. They will get the wind at their back. Although here at Williams, it's almost more of a side wind than a helping wind, because it's almost blowing straight across the field. I wonder if this stadium really runs true north to south. I've always wondered that, because the wind always blows kind of out of the southeast if it is true north-south. Handoff on first down to Woods. He stacked up for just a 1-yard gain. Ran into a wall of Patriots.
Well, it's really evened up. Total yards, Patriots 215, Raiders 213. So this is evened up as far as offensive yards goes.
Gave him 2 to the 26. Just nothing happening offensively in the second half. Defenses have taken over this game. Really, except for 4 or 5 big plays, it has been a defensive game tonight. Gauthier rolls left, hits an open Parker who fights for yardage. He got near the first down marker. He might be a yard short. They need to put the chains back up.
You know, it's just a smart play. Get it in and out of the quarterback's hands quickly and get it to your fast guys and see what they can do out there.
He is short by a yard, so from the 38, it'll be 3rd and 1. Big play here because you got to think about punting it away if you don't get the first down. They only need a yard. Gauthier under center, and he just takes the snap and runs forward for a huge 4-yard gain.
Man, what a smart play, though. We just don't see this enough, and I love the play call. Just set up in like you're going to be in shotgun, run up at the last second, take it under center, and boom! Look at these linemen, man. They just took control of it right there.
Clock running, 1:40 left, third quarter. North Garland driving and leading 21-14. Gauthier hands it to Woods, and he runs smack into Victor Smith. And the big Victor Smith, no, that wasn't even Gauthier. That was Davis, his first carry tonight. That is Dexter Davis, little 5'6" running back who runs into the waiting, unfriendly arms of Victor Smith.
Yeah, I mean, it's no contest. I mean, you got a 140-pound running back going up against number 50, Smith, which is about 255 pounds. I mean, he's got him over 100 pounds there.
Victor's had a lot of plays tonight. Gauthier, time over the middle, again, overshoots the intended receiver. There were lots of defenders in the neighborhood. Alex Garcia, the big tight end, was the intended receiver.
Burke was the closest guy to the ball. I mean, that ball was just sailed over everybody. I don't know that anyone was really that open in the first place, so probably better.
Some incompletions are good.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
3rd and 10 for North, or they may have to punt it away. Have just 1 first down here in the second half, and now they have 2. Gauthier, big yardage. Finally just steps out of bounds, avoids the hit, but not before he got, 27 yards to the 31 of Lakeview.
We haven't seen him run that much tonight, but he's coming into the game with 160 yards on the ground, so he can run it. Well, he pulled that one down in a perfect time. 3rd and long, and picks up big yardage.
Yeah, he was averaging 7.2 a carry. He's even rushed for 2 touchdowns. 1 tonight would be number 3. Fresh set for North Garland, looking for an insurance score, already up 21-14 late third quarter. Putting together a nice drive here into the wind. Taylor on the end around. Cuts it up, breaks a tackle, and he's going to have another first down. He won't go down easily. Still going. The ever-ready Bunny. Still going. Still
Blow
going.
that whistle, ref. Come on.
It's finally over inside the 15, another 16 yards.
He didn't like us talking about being smaller weight than the other guys. I mean, he ran like he was 200 pounds right here. Look at this little shimmy move here. He just boop, boop, boop. Right there, splits them. And once he did that, he got his head going downfield, man, and he wasn't going to let anybody take him down. Not by one guy. That's for sure.
Gracious.
Look at him go.
First
Still
down
fighting.
to 13. We got a timeout. We better take a break. 12 seconds left in the third quarter. North Garland driving and leading Lakeview 21-14. Now, they're going to let this third quarter run out, the clock run out. That's what they're doing. But anyway, we'll start the fourth in a moment. 21-14 North Garland on GRS TV.
I love to read because it creates images in your mind and it makes you think that you're right there while you're reading.
I love to read because it shows me that anything is possible.
It's important to read well because it's a great way to expand your vocabulary.
There's just so much to gain from reading, and that's why I love it so much.
Reading makes me smart. Be a lifelong reader like me.
Reading is great.
You should read too.
Literacy is for life.
See you September 21st.
Come to Literacy for Life.
Make plans to attend the Literacy for Life event on Saturday, September 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Curtis Caldwell Center.
Well, we're going to start the fourth quarter. North Garland, if they could get points on the board here on a drive that started back at their 20, they could take a 2-possession lead, which would be huge in this defensive struggle for the most part.
Yeah, actually, this has been a great drive, and it's been methodical, too. Of course, comes with a long run from the quarterback that basically got them about 30 yards on 3rd and long.
10th play of the drive coming, which started with 3 minutes left in the third, so it's a 3-minute drive starting the fourth here. 5 receivers set. Gauthier going to fake the handoff, keep it, has running room inside the 10. He's going to be short of the first down, but it's going to be second and short about the 6. Gauthier showing the wheels, the running ability here in the last couple of plays.
Yeah, he's decided to take this game into his own hands a little bit.
The tackling's getting a little sloppier the longer we go. Now, it's a fairly cool day. In Dallas, it's a cool day. The high was 83, but very humid out there, and both teams appear to be tiring a little bit defensively. First and goal at the 6. Hand it. Woods, untouched, touchdown, North Garland. And the insurance points are on the board.
Well, these offensive linemen have really showed that they've got a lot of discipline. We haven't seen very many holdings, hardly any penalties, and they've just been able to come around there, and those pulling guards have been able to clear guys out. And, man, they've just starting to wear that defense down a little bit, starting to create some room to run.
11 plays, 76 yards, 3:40 off the clock. By far the most impressive drive of the night. PAT by Cirillo is good. The North Garland lead is 14 all of a sudden. Timeout, 11:20 left in our ball game. 28-14 North Garland on GRS TV. You know, Bobby, I was just looking up some stats. North Garland, this improvement, you know, they just missed the playoffs last year, but from 2010 to 2017, they were 10-70, including 6-42 in district. Last year, they went 6-4, their first winning season since 2009, even though they did make the playoffs. That, by the way, that was also the last time they had a winning season, 2009.
What an impressive way to come out this season. I mean, to
4 wins if they hold on tonight.
Yeah, and the 3 wins have been so impressive. They've been able to score almost 45 points a game.
Short kick fielded at the 18. Pretty good return, weaving his way through tacklers out to the 35. Well, we've seen some good kickoff returns tonight, and that was Jalen Davis that appeared. Excuse me. So yeah, Lakeview needs to make something happen here, down by 14.
Yeah, I don't know that you change your defense up. They've held Lakeview to 221 total yards, 150 in the air, and 71 on the ground. So,
well, just avoid the big play like we saw early in the game. Is what
maybe
I'm
you drop
about.
a little safety back there just a little bit.
You
Just
ought to
play
have
a little
safeties
deeper
anyway.
or something.
Yeah. You need at least one safety. Wheaton sweep left to the short side of the field, and he just didn't have anywhere to go, and he's dropped for a loss back at the 31. It's a tough play to run a wide sweep to the short side of the field.
Yeah, Oladipo watches him, and you know when they're running east and west, it's easier to get them than when they're going north and south. So you get running sideways, that linebacker can get to you quickly.
Lose 3 on a sweep left on first down. Wheaton still the lone back. 3 receiver set. Adams will play action, roll right, in trouble, breaks away free. Yeah, he'll throw it. Caught if his foot was in by Garnett Burke. And they're going to say catch Garnett at the 40. What a great play by Jared Adams to get that ball off and be accurate with it. Watch this.
He tells him going down. You see him go down, and then he just makes the lineman miss. And then puts a bullet out there and lets his receiver to go up and get it.
It took a perfect pass, and it was, and then Garnett did a great job of keeping his feet in. 1st and 10th, the North Garland 43. Lakeview not dead yet. Sweep left by Wheaton as he gets around one blocker and gets a nice game before he steps out on 1st down. That'll be 7.
Well, just like that, they're inside the Raiders' territory. Just nice little sweet play right there, and he just outruns everybody to the edge. And he gets
toss.
in there, yeah.
Very quick developing play by tossing it quickly to Wheaton instead of the long handoff.
Looks like we got an injured player out on the sideline, way over on the 24, 22, 23-yard line.
We'll tell you more about it in a moment. Let's take a break. We'll be back shortly. 28-14 North Garland over Lakeview on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can go any place you wanna see. It all starts right in here with GISD. We are the future, be the change you wanna see. It all starts right now, the GISD.
That is Oh My Goodness, who was injured. It's great to have Goodness back. Looks like he's going to be fine.
Yeah, it might have been some cramping going on over there, maybe. You know, he is going
something we don't see much of anymore. You know, you see it occasionally. We used to see it all the time in these early hot games. Of course, in Dallas, Texas today was not hot, a high of 83. That's hot in San Diego.
They get these guys in such good condition. They've been training since, you know, beginning of summer.
Yeah.
I mean, they're working out hard, and so they've been teaching. Uh-oh, there it goes again.
This might be the worst snap of all. Adams still chasing. Finally, he almost lost it, but he fell on it the second time. Back at the 34. Boy, that was the worst snap of all. It's about the 5th one we've seen, and he didn't have a chance on this one, it appeared.
Yeah, and it almost got him hurt, too, because everybody's coming dogpiling him while he's trying to pick it up. That's the 3rd time or 4th time.
Yeah, by far the highest.
The snap has gone like this. I mean, it's just really just killed him.
All the way back to the 33. They've got to get to the 33 of North now, so they need 34 yards on 3rd down. I do a quick punt.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Although they're down, it's going to be hard to get the 1st down. I don't care how good a play you got here.
Well, that's 3rd and 3, right?
No, 35, 33, 34.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, but it's 3rd down there, so.
Yeah. Well, they said 3rd and 3. Incomplete just as well. They need to get rid of the football.
Boy, that's just, I mean, when you're down 14 points and you've almost got it down inside the 50-yard line. Actually,
yeah, 35 inside. They were inside the 40, I think.
They were inside the 40, and all of a sudden, boy, that's just a real killer right there.
It's happened all night. You'd figure they're practicing it on the sideline at some point to get it down. Pretty good punt here. Nose up spiral. They're going to let it go untouched.
There you go.
Hidden yardage in football. That guy might have been able to catch that and just let it go, afraid to fumble it. They got an extra 20 yards out of it. That's the way you flip a football field. From the 33 down to the 16. That computes to 47.
Yeah, Villarreal. Man,
51 yards.
That's your job to do
yards.
it, and you do it good like that. That's what you want right there. That's a good job. Tell that kid practices a lot.
Well, that was his best punt of the night by far. Nice nose-up spiral that took a great hop. First and 10, North Garland backed up at their 17, but they lead by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Sabron Woods, as they're looking to just find Mr. Tick and Tock, keep that clock running. Sabron got 5 on first down.
Yeah, and that big offensive line, I mean, they've done such a good job all night. Why not just keep running it behind Woods? When you got that offensive line have been able to get 3, 4, 5 yards per carry and get that clock keep on going. You got 20 seconds still running. They'll just wait till it gets down to about 3, 4, 5 seconds and then snap that ball and do it again.
Yeah, Gauthier needs to work that play clock. It's already under 10, so mission accomplished. Now they get moving on 2nd and 5. 4-3. That's the way you work a play clock. Sabron again tripped up initially, keeps his balance and fights forward near the first down. He's a yard short at the 26, 3rd and 1 coming.
Again, those big offensive linemen, watch how they clear it out. How many guys there are, just it's a big wall right there.
Yes, a mass.
He just gets behind them and just kind of hides. That's the way to do it right there. Of course, he's big. He's 170 pounds.
Something we haven't mentioned tonight, North Garland looks a lot like Texas Tech tonight, don't they, in their uniform? Red and black. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive alive and not have to give it back to Lakeview. This is a big play right here for both teams. Kendall Miller wants to talk about it. The Lakeview head coach will take a break. 7:47 left in this one. It's 28-14 North Garland over Lakeview on GRS TV. Big 3rd and 1 for North Garland. Woods has the first down, and then he's driven back, but he's got 4 to the 29. Move the chains, rewind the clock. North Garland, barring a turnover, looks like they're probably going to hold on to this one now.
Well, you consider 40 seconds between each play, because that's what you get, about 40 seconds.
30, I think. Or is it 40? 35, maybe? I'm just arguing to be arguing.
So I mean, you could really run some time down here. By the time you give that back to the Patriots, it's going to be around 4 minutes.
1st and 10 at the 30. 7:08 clock. Big clock. Play clock down to 5. Woods again. Just feed the Woods. He's got 2, but the key is the ball's in the center of the field and the clock will keep running. Now, Lakeview does have 3 timeouts remaining. It may be a little early to start using them.
I mean, big number 52, Robert Morales, he's a senior, 215 pounds, and he's right there in the middle of it. And those guys, and they've been doing such a good job of him. And number 53, Dakota Norris, another 225-pound lineman. These guys have just been really good for Smallwood. He's really opened up a lot of room for him in the middle because they're blocking some pretty big dudes themselves. But you can see they got a lot of speed, and they're able to pull from one way to the other. And when they do that, it kind of surprises the offensive lineman. The defensive lineman, they kind of stand up and they're like, oh, nobody's blocking me. And then all of a sudden, a pulling guard comes in and takes you out, and Smallwood's running right behind him.
Sabron got 3 more. Oh, they gave him a great mark. I'm telling you, he didn't even get to the 35. They gave him the 36. Looked like a 34.5 at best. Still, it's going to be 3rd and 4. Another big play for this Lakeview defense if they have any chance. 5:45 and counting in the 4th. 28-14 North. Gauthier in trouble as he ran right into a defender. And that was number 13. Again, Gavin Harris. I'd have that name memorized. Gavin Harris is that a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, they tried to do a bootleg right there to see if they could capture everybody off guard. And boy, Harris said, no, not today.
co-defensive players of the game have got to be Gavin Harris and Victor Smith of Lakeview Centennial, and they're losing 28-14.
That's a disciplined player.
Quickly,
right
Bobby,
there.
name the only defensive MVP of a Super Bowl that played on a losing team. I'll give you a minute to think about that one. Liner on the punt. Pretty good distance. It'll roll out of bounds about the 35. Wasn't pretty, but pretty effective. No return.
What era are we talking about?
70s, maybe late 60s. I'll give you one more hint. He's a Cowboy. You hadn't heard this one, obviously.
I haven't heard it, but maybe it was Ed Too Tall Jones?
Chuck Howley.
Chuck Howley.
Ed Too Tall, they beat Denver when he was with Harvey Martin. Chuck Howley, that was the Baltimore beating Dallas on the field goal Super Bowl, 69 maybe.
Okay.
Anyway, Lakeview still got a chance here, but it's fading quick. It's 4:59 on the clock. 1st and 10. They're down 28-14. Jared Adams, quick swing to Wheaton. We've seen that play all night, and this time it's going to go for nothing. North Garland looked like they were in the playbook there.
They've seen it a couple of times.
Yes.
Goodness was right there. Again, he's just watching Wheaton everywhere he goes, and when he starts to swing out there, then of course Goodness is following him there, and boom, there he is. Boom.
Loss of 1. And he did not get out of bounds. Clock running, and Lakeview still got those 3 timeouts if they need them. 2 receivers each way on 2nd and 11.
You'd think that they'd just hurry up their offense just a little bit. They got way inside the 9 seconds before they even snapped it.
Keeps it and slides down. Beautiful slide, by the way. I give him about a 9.8 to the 38. Only 4 yards, and the clock will continue to tick and tock.
I mean, speed it up a little bit. You're down by 2 touchdowns and 4 minutes left, and you're huddling up. And
well, they're going hurry up here on 3rd and 6. Could be 4-down territory when you're down by 2 scores.
Put that ball up in the air. Let's see somebody catch it deep.
Oh, they weren't on the same page. White never turned around as the pass arrived.
Actually, he was blocking downfield.
Yeah. If I'm the defender, I say, hey, keep blocking. You can have me.
Well, you see those linemen, they're just everybody's upset that they're not on the same page.
Here's a possible penalty that might have been called. How about offensive pass interference for blocking the defender who could have picked that ball off when it hit him in the back?
It's pretty interesting.
Seriously, technically speaking, I'm right.
It's really could be an offensive pass interference for sure.
Yes, I mean, you're not going to see it called, and it wasn't, but you could have called pass interference on the offense. 4th down, they're going, even though they're at their own 38. Lakeview has any prayer at all, they've got to convert here, barring a turnover from North. Got 4 receivers in the pattern. They're going to take another timeout, a dead ball timeout, just what you don't need when you're trying to catch up. Why don't we take one? 3:47 left. 28-14 North Garland leads here on GRS TV.
I love to read because it creates images in your mind, and it makes you think that you're right there while you're reading.
I love to read because it shows me that anything is possible.
It's important to read well because it's a great way to expand your vocabulary.
There's just so much to gain from reading, and that's why I love it so much.
Reading makes me smart. Be a lifelong reader like me.
Reading is great.
You should read too.
Literacy is for life.
See you September 21st.
Come to Literacy for Life.
Make plans to attend the Literacy for Life event on Saturday, September 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Curtis Caldwell Center.
After the timeout, Lakeview is going to go on 4th and 7. Oh, 3 receivers left early. Not everybody on the same count as the 3 receivers right moved, and that's going to be 5, and that's going to make it 4th and 11.
Yeah, again, that's the second play in a row that, they haven't been on the same page offensively, and you've got 3 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. You would think at this point in time, you have to be perfect because you're down 14 points, and now you're going backwards instead of forwards.
By the way, next week here on GRS TV, you can see this same North Garland team taking on Rowlett. Bobby and I will have that game on next Thursday night. So chance for North Garland to go 2-0, although Rowlett's not. They have a good program. That'll be an interesting ball game for you next Thursday. Another penalty procedure as they killed this play dead. And Lakeview going backwards here.
Yeah, and not only that, they went all the way down to 3 seconds before they snapped the ball in a time where every second on the clock is of the essence.
4th and 17. It was 4th and 8 a moment ago. And now they're going to punt it away, it appears. Here comes the punt unit.
This is basically a kneel down.
Boy, if you're North, don't put anybody back. Watch for the fake.
I mean, this has been awesome for North. They're going to now go, I would say, unless something happens, I mean, they're punting this ball, and North can hold it for 2.5 minutes. So it's a fun time for the fans, I can tell you that right now. They're already been 3-0, and now they've got a really good lead in the 4th quarter, and these fans are feeling it.
Punt down at the 40 of North Garland. By the way, in the district opener last year between these two teams, North Garland won 41-14, so they started 1-0 in first place. I'm going to say, when the last time North Garland was in first place in district? Well, last year they were 1-0 after beating Lakeview 41-14.
Yeah, there you go. And then after your stat of the last, 10 and 70, is that what you said it was that
yeah.
North Garland was, man? If you can get out to a 4-0 start, the freshman team, this team right here, when they were freshmen, they were really good. And then as the JV team came up, they were pretty good. And now, they're all juniors and seniors on the varsity club, and they seem to be a pretty good team.
This would be the second win in a row in this series for North Garland after Lakeview, before last year, won the previous 8 meetings between these two teams. They keep the clock running with a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 coming, and Lakeview not stopping it right now. They got 2 left, 2 timeouts, and 3:12 in counting. North Garland's going to work the play clock. We're down to 14 and counting.
183 yards on the ground. I mean, North Garland has really been able to run the ball, and most of it's been right up the middle.
2nd and 7. Woods again going to be stacked up and driven back after he reached the 45. 3rd down coming. Lakeview takes a timeout, and I think we will take one too. 2:40 left. 28-14 North Garland on GRS TV. After the Lakeview timeout, 3rd and 5 for North Garland at their 45. Leading 28-14 is trying to run the final seconds off the clock, off the air. Nobody open. He'll eat it and run, and it's got a 1st down before he slides feet first at the 48 of Lakeview. Move the chains and restart the clock.
Smart, smart, smart. That's all you can say. He got everybody sucked up, and then he just takes it outside, gets down without getting hurt, keeps that clock rolling.
So North getting ready to start 4-0, including 1-0 in district play for the 2nd year in a row, while Lakeview will fall to 2-2 and 0-1. First and 10, Gauthier and shotgun. Boy, I'd go under center now, wouldn't you? Maybe they're not used to handing off after being under center anymore.
Well, that's true. That's a whole different way to snap the ball. And
well, practice it just when you need it, like right now. Well, if I was Lakeview, I'd quit snapping it out of shotgun. The problems they've had. North Center's done a much better job.
Yeah, it's been pretty good on North side. They haven't had that problem.
Yeah.
And And North, they've taken it under center a couple of times, picked up first down. They also did it into the end zone. You know, they're using it when they need it.
1:20 and counting. North with 2nd and 9. Oh, they saw that handoff coming, and drop for a big loss was Woods, but clock. Now they'll stop the clock because that's change of possession or a fumble. That was a 2nd down play. He lost a fumble, Bobby. Joe Castillo, the North Garland head coach, prancing the sidelines. What a job he's done here at North Garland. But that's just going to give Lakeview another chance to get some points here after the fumble. Boy, you just don't like to see a fumble up by 2 touchdowns.
Big play, yes. I mean, now you score real quick, get an onside kick, you're back in this game.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to do, but the door is at least slightly ajar for Lakeview.
Well, we saw it happen earlier with Davis getting loose for 76 yards.
If you're North, be glad you didn't do it around your 10 to 20 yard line. They got to go 45 yards at least. Adams steps up and steps into a bear trap for a loss. Tried to evade the rush there. Yeah, that's a huge play right there, a loss of 5.
You got to go ahead and let that ball go. I mean, you got to throw it early, let your guys go underneath it and catch it for you.
50 and counting, 1 timeout left for Lakeview, and they're taking a lot of time, Bobby. I would call 2 plays in the huddle without a doubt, and they're unorganized out there.
Again, this has been the same thing.
10 seconds have been lost.
Big play by Big 66. He's been everywhere all night long.
Here they go. They try and go quickly. Now that they're ready, they just lost 20 seconds off the clock wandering around. Adams, plenty of time this time. Fired. Oh, in and out of the hands. He's had a few drops tonight, and that one by Bryce Jones. I can remember 4 or 5 passes dropped.
Yeah, a couple straight over the middle.
Slants,
just over, yeah. But that one right there, he had a chance to catch that one and get out of bounds and get the first down, stop that clock. But
Adams throws a hard ball, you know, but still.
You got to catch those.
Yeah, if you're a high school receiver, they need to be caught.
Again, it's like, why is it taking so long to get a play in?
Yeah, it's happened all night, although it's still 10 on the play clock. Game clock stopped at 26. North's going to win this game, barring a miracle now. Incomplete. Receiver went one way, the pass went the other way, and it'll be 4th and 13. North is going to win this one and go 1-0 in district and 4-0. Same thing happened last year, and unfortunately they missed the playoffs. Went 3-4. They went like 2-5 the rest of the way last year, 2-4.
Well, you know, it only counts when you're playing your division games. So your district games, you can be 3-0 and non-district, but it's only the district games that count to get into those playoffs.
Adams scramble is now set and throw deep. Is it caught? Burke? Yes, Garnett Burke with a great catch. So he went to his back at the 15. That'll stop the clock momentarily at 12 seconds, and
that's why
Lakeview also takes a timeout.
That's why you go ahead and throw it up there. You got to give your receiver some time.
Watch this catch.
Yeah, let him be athletic and go up and get the ball for you.
Oh, look, he went down to his knees holding the ball and almost dropped it, but held on with his fingertips. What a catch by Garnett Burke, who's had a good night catching the ball.
Yeah. Toss it up there. Let these athletes go up and get the ball for you.
Let's keep it right here as Lakeview takes their last time out. So we're probably down to 2-3 plays, depending on a penalty the rest of the way here.
That's the first time we've seen them really throw the ball downfield after they've got the ball. You know, they've tried. They keep getting sacked or whatever. But if you get out there and throw it out there, this is what happens. You go up, you get it, you juggle it around, you put it between your knees, you kick it back up to your chest, you finally catch that thing.
Again, next week, Lakeview and North Garland, and then Naaman Forest and Rowlett will be our other game here on GRS TV. Fade pattern into the end zone. It was a little bit too deep, out of bounds, but also knocked away at the last minute by Duke Parker, who's done a good job going both ways.
Boy, he's been all over the place, hasn't he? Played really good as receiver and gets his guy and pushes him out of bounds, gets in the right position right there, doesn't give him any room to catch that ball. That's a nice job defensively.
2nd down. A box says 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Pump fake by Adams. Going to run that fade route again. Same place, and again, a little overthrown. Davis, it looked like it went through his arms, but it would have been hard to stay in bounds even if he had caught it.
You only got to put one toe in. One toe.
Yeah. It looked like it went through his arms.
Pretty
didn't
good
it?
ball right there.
Do we have a replay?
And when they're running like that and they look up, the ball's kind of going completely over their head. It's a tough catch because he rolls left.
Here we go.
He rolls left, and when you do that, then the ball actually goes over your head.
Here's your replay.
Oh, look at this, though.
It's a tough catch. Gonna go the other side into the corner, and Burke can't get it.
Game right
That'll
there.
do it. Well, it's been a good one tonight. North Garland shuts out Lakeview in the second half and wins it 28-14. North undefeated, 4-0, 1-0 in district. Lakeview falls to 2-2 and 0-1. Bobby, enjoyed it very much. And we'll see you next week for North Garland and Rowlett. Till then, for Bobby George, I'm Scott Powell. So long, everybody.